we have also some news out of Arizona and Texas. Now, this was actually surprising me as I got this news ready for today's show. So current Texas Governor Greg Abbott is actually very, very pro Bitcoin mining, trying to attract Bitcoin miners to the states with promise of cheap energy. There are energy issues in Texas that they're working through. He's asking Bitcoin miners, it looks like, if there's another crisis, go ahead and pull your stuff offline first so that we can make sure power is running to the more essential things first. So that's kind of interesting. But also, Abbott is currently trailing in the governor race, the primaries, to Allen West, who is saying he's running on a platform saying Texas will lead the world in leveraging. I got Zoom in the way here, leveraging Bitcoin along with enabling development of novel blockchain technology. And it seems like both Abbott and West are open to making Bitcoin legal tender in the state of Texas. Now, that is insane to think that a state would make it a legal tender like El Salvador, which is a country. I mean, it's one thing to have a country. It's another thing to have like part of a country make it legal tender. But this isn't unprecedented with Texas because Arizona, a state senator, Wendy Rogers, has introduced a bill last week to the Arizona legislative assembly that making Bitcoin legal tender there in Arizona. This is fascinating.
Yeah, and again, this is, I think, states trying to find ways to differentiate themselves. You've seen Miami try to become kind of the center of cryptocurrency, the development space, and that's where a lot of the companies that are building in the crypto world have moved to or started. And now it looks like Arizona and Texas are trying to wiggle their way into that ecosystem as well.
Yeah, I think that differentiation point's a really good one to make. I know about a month ago, there was some interesting news that Elizabeth Warren and some other regulators were requesting information from crypto miners specifically on energy consumption, how it might impact the energy grid, and looking at potential regulations, given what's going on in the geopolitical space around the world. That's something that it seems like a lot of regions, politicians from different regions are looking at. And right now, it's kind of interesting because maybe politicians are looking at this as a vote sort of thing where what does the populace want? Do they want regulation to ensure a stable power supply, or are they more interested in the mining aspect and how that could help the economy, and what's sort of the bigger reward, or what's the risk reward look like? So from a political and regulatory standpoint, this is really interesting news. And then, the legal tender piece, I think that probably, I think, would go along the lines of differentiation as well, in terms of seeing how it goes and being kind of a test area. And some areas are willing to do that. Seems like Arizona has been one of those areas. So.